You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go supporter o kinishi nanara soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
I'm not going to scream because I'm still going to cough into the microphone. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Otaku Show. I'm back. I am back. Though
Unfortunately, we couldn't defeat him.
Though all you all would not understand what I mean by that, because the last episode was really not up to our standards. And yes, we actually have standards. So sorry, that episode has been removed because we love you too much to put you through that. This is episode number 31. I, of course, am CJ Commandment of Truth Boat. Don't lie to me, I will turn you to stone. Joining me, as always, are Josh, my trusted brother, McGrath.
That sounds about right.
Carrie, Perfect Cube Wilcox.
Keeping everybody safe from I don't even know what.
Justin Smells Carol.
And that's not even a joke made by other people. I just put that on there because that was my favorite line from the Gridman episodes this week.
And of course, the man in the middle, the man in the chair is Raul Starbows Garza.
Hello. Hello?
Konbanwa?
Konbanwa?
Rando sponsor no tekyo de okurishitemasu.
Nani.
Bless
Josh,
you.
what are we talking about tonight?
Is it me you're looking for? I mean, so tonight's shows, we got that Zombieland Saga, Season 1, Episode 6, because it's Sentimental Saga, and Season 1, Episode 7, but it's Zombiemental Saga. We are checking out that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 1, Episode 6, Shizu.
Damn it, you stole my joke.
It's like you guys are friends or something.
And Season 1, Episode 7, Conqueror of Flames.
Or
Conqueror of
the same person. I mean,
Conqueror of Waifus.
Never seen you guys in the same room. Wait a second.
Never.
Yeah, just using that special trick from my, holy treasure.
Precisely.
We got the Gridman, Season 1, Episode 6, Contact, and Season 1, Episode 7, Scheme. And I suppose, because it's not actually a terrible show at all, The Seven Deadly Sins, Season 3, Episode 5, Overwhelming Violence, and Season 3, Episode 6, The Great Holy Knight Atones for His Sins.
It never was a bad show.
No.
I know. It's just, it was one of those things where CJ would not stop talking about it. And it's like, it can't possibly be that good. Oh, it's actually that good.
There is a certain point at the beginning of right at the beginning where they started introducing power levels. I got very annoyed with the show, but it bounced back very
I am at that
quickly.
point. I am ready for power levels to go away.
I
So-
still like the show. Fuck power levels.
yeah.
So they end up being a pretty decent way to gauge some stuff, but it's never the end all be all. I'll just give you that. It's
because
fine.
it's a shonen anime. Like,
It's still a magazine that's getting sent out to kids every week, and
yeah,
kids love power levels. They want to say, no, my favorite character is more powerful than your favorite character.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's Japan.
everyone loves the Goku v Superman argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you guys hear that got officially banned from Comic Vine?
nice.
Really?
Yeah, all DBZ characters have been banned from Comic Vine, and any discussion of Goku versus Superman has been banned from Comic Vine.
Wow.
Yeah, because people are just piss-ass pissers.
Sick of it.
Yeah.
Oh, quick thing about shonen anime. How was it that Dell spelled it? Like
Shown in.
Yeah, shown in.
I'll put it, yeah.
SHONIN.
No, he spelled it SHOWN space IN
Oh, okay.
because
Shown
he's
in.
Australian and we love him.
Got
It
it.
doesn't do
Very
it.
good.
Have you introduced that boy into any anime?
I've tried. He is classically Dale stubborn about it. So
Bounces
Such
off
a
pretty
wide
quickly.
variety of anime that we can find
What-
his niche in it.
What
I
you
have
what you need to
tried.
do is show him Ore.
I've tried. He is what he is put for whatever reason. Like this is his line in the sand. Like, and I don't know why. It just is like. I've tried introducing him to like comedy anime. I've tried to introduce him to like things like Ore and like more serious things, like actual things that I know he would enjoy. Like, I tried having him sit down to Free, not because it's pretty boys doing pretty boy things, but because it's actually something that I know he would get into. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't want to.
All right, Dale.
Okay.
Whatever.
He did like the 1.5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z Abridged we watched together. So there was that.
That's because that's comedy gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was
Comedy gold.
that was the one thing that I could get him to be a little budgy on. So and that was mostly, I got him into that because I wouldn't stop going, Dale.
I saw a bird.
It would
It
be a
was
real
pretty.
dick move if I died right now. So I wouldn't stop doing that. Dragon Con he eventually goes, fine, I'll fucking watch this damn show that you're getting this from.
As you should.
As is proper.
So I put him on that episode and then half of the first episode, and then we just kind of ran out of time to watch the rest of it. So it's an ongoing saga because
Yeah.
he would watch it without me for whatever reason.
Talking about a saga.
Which-
Yeah, it's talking. Let's like see what I did there. It's a zombie.
So I was a dickbag and I forgot to watch Zombieland Saga.
I think
So-
you have a pretty valid excuse for not watching.
Today I closed on my house. I'm officially a homeowner today. Along with
Oh, no.
And I came home and I watched Slime and I watched Gridman and I was like, I don't need to watch all of 7 Deadly Sins because I already know what happens in the episodes.
Yep.
I think I'm good. I'll go play Pokemon with my wife for a little bit and then gone.
Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins plays along with the manga very well. So
Yeah, I haven't seen a filler yet that wasn't a filler chapter in the manga as well.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
they just do those separate chapters a lot.
So
So-
that's what they do. It's no filler. It's just a filler season or OVA, right?
Yeah,
Not even like
Yeah,
they're
they-
never really even filler because it kind of have stuff to do with stuff that happens
Breather
later in the series,
episodes.
and I'm
Zombieland Saga.
drink.
There's a difference between breather episodes and filler episodes.
And 100%, yeah, and Seven Deadly Sins does that. But you know what does not give us breather episodes or filler episodes so far? It's Zombieland Saga. Man, I want the show to be better. So I was gonna say something about the 7th episode, and I just nope. 6th episode.
I hate the manager when they're in the dungeon. Outside of the dungeon, he's fine. In the basement dungeon, I despise him.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah. Which makes me think what kind of supernatural being he is, and like what's in the dungeon, and what is he doing in the dungeon? Is that like is he the necromancer that brought those zombies back to life? And is with the way he treats them in there some kind of like curse or whatever that he has to do to keep them his? Like, I want to think that there's some deep revelation in this. It's probably just the manager is incredibly bipolar.
He's also a zombie.
Directly
He's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, we got an obligatory bath scene with the manager, and it showed that he does have the skin tone of a living person, and also Ty either trying to be helpful, running interference for the other girls, or both, bringing him things like laundry detergent and what was the other one that she brought him for shampoo?
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
Soy sauce.
Oh,
Where she was just, your bottle is empty. I'm going to bring you more things in bottles. I love the steady increase in her ability to function.
Yeah, and her
Like,
autonomy. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's gone from just wandering off trying to eat Romero / the other girls to actually kind of following them along. And you're starting to see little leaps in logic that she's making, and it's really well done.
Okay, so do you think she's just playing along at this point? Like she's just like
I
she's
don't
actually
think she's playing
awoken.
along.
She's awake, but she's just like, this is just more fun.
I think she's. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think she is in the process of waking up, but she's not quite there, which is why you get things like you're out of shampoo. I don't know what that is, but I know it's in a bottle, so I'll bring you other things in bottles until I get it right.
I'm still holding to my theory that because she was the only religiously oriented person before death, that there's actually nothing to reincarnate into that shell, and the shell is just learning how to person.
Possibly. Or we just haven't heard her particular genre of music yet, because each of the other girls is awakened with a genre of music.
Oh my gosh, if they do choral music and she starts singing like an angel, I might cry.
That is my guess. That is my guess of what's going to happen. That's directly what I was trying to reference. She is absolutely going to sister act us. Like,
I love him. I love him. I love him. Sorry, I unabashedly love Sister Act, and I was real upset when I found out it wasn't actually them singing.
yeah, me too. Both of those statements. Yeah, because I have some real fond memories of watching Sister Act with my grandma when I was a wee baby CJ, and yeah, so.
Hey,
Like the fact that that's not actually Kathy Najimy singing, it broke my heart.
Yeah.
completely non-related. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead first, because I'm going to get us back on track. So make your statement quick, and then I'll.
Oh, the one off statement thing is that I posted a video link onto the Twitch chat that is 58 seconds and is probably the most important piece of anime footage to come out in the year 2018. Just saying.
Oh, that.
That's the reason you should watch JoJo Part 5.
Yes. Yes.
I saw somebody posting this on fucking Facebook, and it's like, what the actual shit?
Yep.
It's amazing.
That is JoJo Part 5. It is the best thing out. Like,
there is a decapitated head hanging from a boat, and the son of a bitch is dancing in unison.
Welcome to JoJo, my friend.
Okay, so moving on. We can give love to stuff outside of the outline after we've wrapped up. But can we talk about how cute it is, them all gathering around the computer and the more modern girls trying to explain computers to the less modern girls? And how, like, the courtesan is just like, yeah, I don't understand any of this, but at this point, I'm just rolling with it.
She's the best. Like, she's just the best. I love her so much.
Chill as fuck.
Also, how about some fucking backstory this episode?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
The Idol Girls got some freaking stuff behind them. Holy shit.
Like, it now makes perfect sense why one of them is wrapped completely in bandages and the other one looks like a fucking jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
They died horribly.
Holy crap.
The one that I did see was a lightning bolt.
Yes.
Yeah. The dark-haired girl with the stuff in her hair died from a lightning bolt while on stage.
Yeah.
She went out onto one of those catwalk style things and did a little point up pose while it was storming, and unfortunately that made her the tallest object in the area, and so the lightning bolt just fried her to a crisp.
And actually that's like
bad.
Legendary.
Yeah, it was the Heisei.
Yeah.
Okay,
Idol.
got it. Heisei Idol, not the solo idol.
And we
The
have a
actual
real
dark
confrontation, confrontation between
Yeah, it's
two of the
confrontation.
idols.
Yeah.
One was not around when social media was a thing.
Yeah, Junko,
Gotcha.
the Showa era idol, who
Yeah,
died in a
got it.
plane crash.
Jeez.
On her
Going
way
to Saga.
Going to Saga.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The music died her real hard.
oh, you're making me think of that movie again. Oh.
The
Okay.
day the Japanese music died.
They grew up and they worked under completely different conditions and expectations of what an idol was supposed to be. Because in the Showa era, a Japanese idol performer was supposed to be perfect, unattainable, unreachable. There's that invisible curtain between them, like you see in historical dramas, a curtain between you and the important person you're talking to. Mm-hmm. And in the Heisei era, everything's more accessible. The fans want the fantasy of being able to interact with their idols. And those two worldviews, according to these girls, are not compatible in the least. So when they get the Showa idol and tell her the next thing we're going to do to take our act to the next level is a photo shoot, a photo op with fans, it doesn't go so well.
Gotcha.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of has a meltdown in front of the fans and pisses everybody off.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's relatively resolved in the next episode, at least.
Yeah. But it was really neat to see, the very realistic way that all the characters respond to it, because to both of them, their pride as professionals is reflected in how they comport themselves, which is two completely opposite approaches. And all the girls who are in a position to try and help mediate and resolve it have no experience in this field or with the pressure that these girls were put under. So even though they're trying their best to empathize with the situation, there's only so much they can do.
Right.
And they're kind of having to blindly take a stab at dialogue options and not always succeeding.
I really do need to go watch these episodes. I'm sad I missed them.
Yeah, and then episode 7, where it gets resolved, yes,
somewhat, yeah,
somewhat resolved, but then they both face their issues.
Yes.
So I'm more than Junko because
yeah,
they get to go to the Saga Rock Festival.
Yeah,
yes. Which they researched. Yes, go ahead, Josh.
By the way, those two metalhead groupies.
Yes, they're back.
I'm glad to hear that, guys.
Yes, I was watching episode 6, and it's just like, man, those guys, are they ever coming back? And then 7, they're right there in full metal.
The front row, like, doesn't matter, rain, shine, they're seeing their idols.
To not be in the past couple of episodes, because they wouldn't have known about the commercial recording. They definitely wouldn't have been invited to the employee only Hot Springs event.
Yeah.
I'm sad they didn't show up to the photo op though.
Yeah, that would have been a good place for them. But I'm glad they're back here.
Yeah. And yeah, so they when they were borrowing the manager's computer to do illicit idol research on the internet, they discovered Saga Rock, which is, I think, a real event. It wouldn't surprise me, given that everything else that they've featured, including the restaurant commercial, is real.
Was that a games company building during one of the commercial breaks?
What?
They were showing like Jay-Z Games or something like that, new building or something.
Probably.
But
either way.
The commercial itself, the jingle that they used in the commercial shoot is the real jingle for Drive-In Tory.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. But so they found out about Saga Rock, which is a rock festival, go figure, and they're talking about, oh, wouldn't it be great if one day we can be on that stage? Guess what? You're on the new performer stage, and forecast is thunder. Have fun.
Ugh.
I love the anti-rain spray just being bowling shoe polish.
Right. It says it's for shoes, especially formulated for zombies.
So, okay, Zombieland show. I know you're listening to me right now. You are physically listening to me right now. The show of its own entity. Just because you call out your own shitty CGI does not mean you get to continue to dip into that shitty CGI one.
Oh my god!
Fucking stop! Especially when the previous act is all hand drawn and looks good. You are not allowed to shitty CGI your own fucking main characters and then call it out. It does not make it better. Fuck you, show. Seriously, stop.
Especially the hand drawn that sequence hand drawn would have looked so good.
It's one thing. The characters don't even look like themselves when they drop into CGI. Like their heads are fucking massive. Like nothing matches up with their
Fucking
hand
massive and with all the same faces.
Exactly. It doesn't work at all.
I'm very much hoping that it's Japan. They aren't going to redo this in post for Blu-rays. I'd have hope that they would.
They do stuff for some shows. Like
Yeah,
Sailor
like-
Moon Crystal
they-
got pretty
they do,
much
like-
entirely redrawn.
They do
Yeah,
like
but that was
cleanups and stuff like that, but
This is-
CGI scenes don't usually like get hand drawn. I mean, they didn't do that with the Berserk series, and that's a multi-million-dollar franchise. So
Yeah, it is a like this is going to be an pretty much ultimately forgotten show unless something kicks up and does something awesome. But from the way it says right now, it's going to be an ultimately forgotten show even for us. Like because it's not like super bad to where we remember it like Ginny Tai said, nor is it, a caliber above everything else. Like this will be a show that we talk about and we will ultimately forget. Unless
you want
something happens.
You want to know what thing is actually going to make me remember this show for a long time?
What's that?
This series has one of my favorite opening sequences of a show I've seen in a long time.
The
Yeah.
opening sequence is fantastic.
Yes.
It is grand.
Whoever made that is a super fan of Showa era tokusatsu.
For sure.
Yeah,
Um,
it's real damn good. But like, I mean, they did call out in the show, man, they look really stiff and different. Am I supposed to be enjoying this? You're not allowed to do that, show. You have not earned that
Yeah.
quality. You have not earned that caliber of
Self-awareness. Yeah.
You have
The-
not
the one
you have
thing-
not given us that bone yet.
The one thing I really do want to commend, other than the sheer ridiculousness of the breakdown at the end, when Ai is having her performance issues, and Junko has to jump into lead. Holy shit, her voice!
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
Because and this really harkens back to the fact that she's the Showa era idol, because they didn't have auto-tune back then.
Yeah.
They couldn't fix her voice in post. She had to be that damn good. And it really just drove home the vocal difference in the team when she started, belting to cover for Ai's weakness. And it's like, God damn, she's got a good voice.
Yeah,
She got
I
them
did
chops.
Good voice that was period appropriate too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking
Some vocal
about
chops.
voice and sound design. When they're at the computer and they're moving around, you actually hear like the bandages and like their bones, like the.
Oh yeah,
shambling.
the Foley work is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Foley works amazing.
We got a bunch of that with I on this one where she fell apart with her. Man, I did this all the time when I was alive.
Yeah, working herself to the bone.
Yes. But yeah, so we did have, speaking of autotune, full blown autotune song. It made sense for the scenario, but autotune.
Oh, it was
hilarious.
hilarious though.
Yes,
The
yes, it
entire
was.
team gets struck by lightning on stage.
And
Yeah.
then they have
And
And
they're
because they're
fine.
zombies, nothing happens.
They
They
just
just
get
get fucking
superpowers.
charged.
Except for fucking laser pointers.
Yeah, they become laser pointers. They get superpowers by getting struck by lightning. Like
Because
And
they're
nobody
electrified.
nobody cares. Like the audience is like their two biggest fans are just like, yes, this is exactly what we expect out of this by now.
Yeah, well, you do see the stage manager flip his shit, and he's like, "No, go make sure they're okay." And the manager's like, "No, start the music." And so they
Music, start!
the audience probably just thought that the band was fine and was continuing on with the show. Is probably what happened there. But yeah, you actually do see the stage manager try and stop it and like send first aid to them.
Well, okay. I got one thing. If lightning hit that close to living people,
Everybody in that audience would be dead, like, or at least severely injured, like, because that entire stage was made out of metal. So
You should be dead
Yeah.
or very injured.
and it's raining, so everyone's soaked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like everybody would have been
Conductivity, baby.
at
Clearly
bare minimum life-threatening injuries. Most of them, especially the few people in like the splash zone, completely annihilated. Like
Maybe that's how they were meant to save Saga.
Turn them all into
The manager knew
zombies.
it was going to happen.
They clearly just absorbed the electricity because that's
Well,
how
that's
science works.
yes, zombie science.
Have the corpses absorb all the energy.
You guys, he's actually having them recharge.
Oh, yeah, it's Frankenstein kind of thing.
Oh man. So I just want it to be better. Like it just irritates me. Like the opening band, the famous band, all hand drawn, looks great, like proper idol anime, and then we get
That.
and like
That thing.
the second part of it, like the auto-tune song was better. Like it didn't seem as egregious as the first one.
Because at least when everything goes electronic, it makes marginally more sense for them to suddenly be CG.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we are actually going to take a quick break before we start talking about that time I got reincarnated as a zombie, or as a slime zombie too.
Not drink.
Yep, drink. F it. Drink.
There's some interesting shows going on.
For real. We will be right back though. Stay tuned.
And if you're watching live, we'll be right
Welcome
back.
back. Thanks so
Yeah,
much
we
for
will be
hanging
right
out with us. If you want an ad-free experience, make sure you tune in live Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern, right over at twitch.tv/geekio show.
And then you can actually just listen to us shit talk while we're
Yes.
quote unquote live.
Yeah, exactly.
Ship hosting IRL is just, it's the best.
It is. It really, truly is. You know what else is the best? That time I got reincarnated as slime. I said it right.
So I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna have a legit hard time not talking about the episode that came out today because it was fantastic.
It's the one time I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Literally every other show we have been on, I have accidentally watched the episode that we came out the day that we're recording, and I'm like, hey guys, that thing is awesome. Oh shit, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and this one is, it sparked like legit discussion between my wife and I because it makes some of their promotional material seem deceptive. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
All right.
Either way, these 2 episodes were fantastic.
These 2 episodes were really, really good. Shizu, where we get introduced to Shizu, and also those guys from the first episode. Remember them? They're back.
Yeah,
They're back.
Not moves.
They're
main
alive.
characters.
Yeah, they're actually
real
legitimate
characters.
and I love them.
But
Like-
I'm kind of worried because they're not in the opening.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess Team Rocket is kind of in the opening of the original Pokemon, but it's very brief, so.
I don't think these guys. This is not a spoiler for me. I don't think these guys get killed off.
Yeah,
like,
they may just
offhand or anything
disappear into
like that.
obscurity. Like this doesn't scream the show. This doesn't scream the kind of show that murders people.
Or
No,
they-
it does not.
They might also just be side characters.
Yeah.
You run into
Yeah,
them
I
every
think they're
now and
just side
then. You say
characters.
hi. They go along their own business, and they have their kind of little running storyline in the background. But
I
I
want to say, sorry, Carrie, go ahead.
I love that they're there. I love that they're like friendly to the growing monster kingdom that we've got going on. Because let's face it, they're going to build a monster kingdom,
Yeah.
and
I think that's their point. But go ahead, finish up.
I love that you actually get to see the stuff that everyone's doing, and you get to see the village starting to rise up and
The
form.
Goblin Lord has turned into a Goblin King.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't have crystal balls though.
Rigard
And-
is just the best.
But yeah, I want to say that the point of these 3 adventurers is to be the hey, not all humans are dicks in this universe characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then we found out that what's his name? The one that got tied up in the cell. He can
Gobta.
actually
Gobta.
Gobta. He can
Gobta.
actually summon his wolf.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually. Yeah, my estimation, my appreciation for Gobta went up several levels after this.
Yeah.
My appreciation for Gobta went several levels down after this.
Like, I can't wait to see what happens with Gobta, because they are very clearly setting him up to be
Yeah.
a joke character for the majority of the series. But when you see him in the opening, he is like monk style kicking ass.
Yeah, like he's gonna get some
So,
kind of power up.
I
Well,
cannot wait to see him become like the Krillin.
Is he the idiot savant, you think?
He might be.
possibly.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm not gonna
gets
say
allowed
anything.
himself into teleporting wolves, so I mean,
and,
there's that.
And we have
No,
more,
you have to harder.
more goblins came.
Yeah.
Yeah, more goblins that got names that had him take another nap for 3 days.
And
Yes.
they left little offerings on his altar again.
Oh my God. He's
I
just,
love that little altar. Master has gone to sleep again. We remake the altar.
Yeah, I love that's not even a question, right? Because Rimuru could have totally been like, okay, y'all can come in, but because you're not part of the cool kids, you don't get names. And instead he's like, nope, this is part of us coming in. You get names now.
Yep.
And we see that that's not at least not a universally exclusive concept, because we get backstory on Shizu.
Do we get that at the beginning of episode 7, don't we?
I think
we get her naming in the episode 7, because that's when we figure out when she got infused with the Conqueror of Flames. This one, we really just got kind of introduced to her and like showed off that she's a badass. Like,
and we got kind of dark real quick in the episode 7.
oof. Yeah, this one we just kind of got caught up with the adventures. The Adventures Guild is a thing.
Mhm.
Job classes are a thing.
Yeah, job classes are absolutely a thing. Yeah,
Oh
then we
man,
got
what's going to happen when the goblins start taking classes?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
I'm gonna say something that I've just heard about the series, is that it escalates.
Oh, I can imagine. Hey guys, we're 2 sins away from power levels. Just warning you.
And then in episode 7, oh my
Shit
God.
hits the fan.
Yes.
Shizu hits the fan.
And,
Oh, boy.
Ha, 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 ha,
I
ha.
love you guys. You guys are the best. I don't want to kill myself for these puns. Not at all.
and then we have the summon of the Fire Lord.
So-
Infant.
Shizu's a summon. We learn what that means, like, because we got a kind of a little reference of, yeah, people are summoned from the other land and they're summons, and it takes a whole bunch of nations to do that.
And she is Japanese.
Yes,
Yep.
this woman
Sure
that
is,
I am going to, this woman I am destined to be with is
Oh
Japanese.
yeah, that was something that happened in 6 that we need to touch on. The fucking scene where Rimuru uses Great Sage to show her what happened going through the future from the war.
I about cried.
Yes.
That was so
God. Oh my God.
Also, Great Sage getting slightly frustrated with Rimuru.
Yes. Yeah, the sigh. Great sass.
Yes, great sass.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh boy.
Turns out those interesting little marks on the side of Shizu's face are actually the remnants of really terrible scarring.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Caused by a literal god of fire. Like.
Well, no.
Whew.
Her scoring is from the bombing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She was consumed by flames mid teleportation.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're thinking
World War
that she's
II.
from
Oof.
at least from the early 40s, right?
She's from World War II.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was that was the Americans bombing Japan when she
So-
was fleeing.
Technically, that would have been mid late 40s. So
yeah,
there's
she
a point
should
where,
be 60 or so years old at this point. But
yeah. So I'm guessing when you get God shoved inside of you, you only age to the point where you can be waifu material and don't age anymore.
but yeah. So the person who summoned her, and it's just one person, by the
Yeah.
way.
Contrary to what Veldora said, like the one person summoned her. So this guy's a fucking jackass.
shoves an Ifrit inside her.
Yep.
Which, by the way, fucking love the design for Ifrit.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
so cool.
Super rad. And yeah, she becomes a summon, and that's not a great thing, because apparently the jackass who summoned her can pirate her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the curse. She literally has to obey her summoner, and when random mook jackass number 72 shows up to try and challenge her master, he decides to take her for a little test spin, and she obliterates him in all of about 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then makes her obliterate her friend. Like,
Real fucked up.
Friend and little fox demon thing.
yeah, her little fox demon that she named. And
Yeah.
poor thing.
Yeah, apparently. So what I'm pretty sure it must be is that if you have a name, you can give a name. It's got to be what it is. And you might have to have magic as well.
Yeah, because it does drain magic to give names. So Veldora, no issue. Yep, you have a name now. Cool, we're good.
And then we have a epic battle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this battle was so fucking cool, you guys.
It's well animated. It was intuitive. It was fun.
You knew everything
Stylish.
on. Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
it was
party
easy to
actually
follow.
fought like a party.
yeah, like, yeah, the adventuring group's like, yep, we are going to act as a team.
They did the smart thing and took care of the ads first.
I was waiting for him to eat one of the ads.
I
Like,
know, so were we. It's like, come on, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Yeah.
nope, I'm just gonna eat this god.
No.
I ate one god, I'm gonna eat another god.
No, he eats the whatchamacallit, the ice lance.
The ice
first.
magic.
Yeah, he eats the ice magic. Yeah, which is cool. It's just like, yep, nope, I can just eat random spells now.
And then he
I
creates
love that
ice
he evolves
shotgun.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
evolution.
he doesn't just learn ice lance. He takes it, incorporates it, and turns it into fucking ice shotgun.
Because of course he does. Because these poor adventurers are maybe level 20, like strong enough to take down ads, but he's like up there in super high levels, like end game freaking slime bullshit.
Rimmer right now is like level 60 because
At
you guys are going to see some real high level shit coming up soon.
Oh, I
Because-
can't wait.
Because Rimuru was named as an equal of an end game level boss.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, she is a dungeon. She is a raid boss. He is a raid boss, and like, so I really want to ship Rimuru and Veldora. That's all I'm saying.
Which, by the way, we finally get to see Veldora again this episode.
Oh my god.
Because
Man,
There's no
once,
escape.
once Rimuru figures out that their slife is not over,
Yes.
because hey, they're immune to fire damage because they're a slime, we get another bit of great sass. Would you like to use unique skill predator? Yes.
Oh my god.
And Rimuru eats Ifrit, trapping them in its stomach with Veldora.
Yeah.
And
I actually
Veldora
wanted-
takes zero shit.
Oh, the fire spirit Ifrit. I'm really glad you're here.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
right?
Exactly
And
what
it's
it
like,
was.
I completely spaced. I should have made my nickname be "Gotta Eat 'Em All." Or
I was really
Gotta
hoping
Catch 'Em All.
somebody would use Kiki Blammo, which was what the manager said when he was kicking down
Yes.
Ai's barricade. Or not
Oh.
Ai's, but Junko's barricade. But yeah.
Picky Blabo's next best dynamic entry.
So he has a wind dragon,
Storm Dragon.
storm
Storm
dragon,
dragon.
which is wind
So
and
it's
lightning.
probably multi-elemental.
Yeah.
Wind,
he's-
lightning, and water.
Fire. Veldora explicitly mentioned using fire at some point.
Yeah. So it's just
maybe they're just bomb mute multi-elemental.
yeah, plot dragon.
yeah.
Flat dragon, yes.
And then
Its
he
element
has
is flat.
a fire god in him
Yep.
as well.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how that's going to affect them. Like, I really cannot wait.
Considering we now have the Piccolo Kami thing going on inside of Rimuru, like I can't wait to just see that. Like, like eventually Rimuru just starts eating everything. I wonder if the wolf is in there, or like
no,
if he,
the wolf was dead when.
Yeah, that's the difference. Is those two were consumed alive while the wolf was consumed
Yeah.
after his head got chopped off.
That's true.
Yeah, so I don't think Rimuru. I'm going to call it Rimuru because right now we don't know which gender, even though it started as male.
It's
Yeah.
they. We can
They.
call them they.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're definitely a they, at least in slime form. Like,
Yeah.
Rimuru as when he was was a human was obviously a he. He has transitioned to slime. He is trans slimeshual. We will respect his they them pronouns.
Okay. And Rimuru hasn't been able to like use any of the dragon's abilities yet.
Well,
They
the
haven't
thing is,
tried.
Well, no,
He hasn't been able to analyze the dragon because it's
In the barrier.
unless this episode says it's changed, it's still in that barrier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He's
They're analyzing the barrier right now.
yeah. They're trying to break it from both sides, right?
Yes. Veldora is, I'm guessing, trying to just brute force his way through. And Veldora is
While
canonically
Great Sage does its thing.
yeah. And Veldora is canonically a he. Like, so, yeah, like they are working their way between both ends, one with logic and finesse and the other with dragon.
I can't wait for Veldora to come back.
Seriously, and we know it's going to happen because he's in the freaking intro. Like,
I'm looking forward to the ogre people as well.
yes.
Oni.
Are they-
Ogres
are they-
different?
Are they specifically mentioned as Oni?
Specific, yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have to watch I'm probably gonna watch the next episode before Saturday.
Wait, I actually might be wrong. Give me a second.
I know sometimes ogres are separate things and sometimes they just translated them as Oni, but I didn't hear which word they used, so I was just going with whatever they subtitled it as.
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's pretty much what we
But goddamn, I love this show.
for real.
And
It's real good.
it doesn't really it does hit some of the tropes.
No, it hits all of the tropes, but I love it for the way that
But it
hits
handles
the
them
tropes.
well.
Yes. Tropes are not like Carrie always tells us whenever we bring this up. I'm going to out Carrie. Tropes aren't always a bad thing.
Yeah, like he is Rimuru is overpowered, yes.
But he's not abusive about it.
Yeah,
And he doesn't seem to
explains-
realize how strong he is.
Yeah, and it's also explained how he's that powerful.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes you want the underdog. Sometimes you want the person who's never going to be that strong, like Leonardo Watch. Sometimes you want somebody who works their ass off to become strong, like Rock Lee. And sometimes you just want someone who's ridiculously OP because it's fun, like
Yeah.
Rimuru.
And Saitama.
It comes down to the point where it's just like with Saitama, like it's personality. Like people dislike Naruto because for the most of the show, he's a colossal jackass. Like people dislike Ichigo for the same reason. Like Saitama and Rimuru, they're powerful, but they don't act it, and I love them for it.
We could
So-
go up on a whole tangent on One Punch Man, but
So they are ogres. They
Okay.
go by ogre,
Okay.
but that changes.
Oh, when they evolve.
Oh, when they evolve?
Oh,
Yes.
so they digivolve from Ogremon to
Ogres
Onimon.
Oni.
Something else. You'll see.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Time for Screaming.
Gridman.
Guys,
So
we're
okay,
triggered.
so yeah,
Speaking of shows,
but
I'm
not
gonna be bigger.
not even really triggered because Josh called this on the first fucking episode.
Yeah. Oh, it was obvious though.
Well, I think he means the fact that it's not it turns out to not be a real city.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a figment of imagination. It's literally a figment of somebody's imagination.
Yeah. Evil
We
waifu
didn't-
is literally a god.
Yeah, we didn't think that she was Haruhiing us, but still, the fact of the matter is that it's a simulation and has
Yeah.
been the entire time.
Yep.
Now that plot has been put out for us, it definitely does make me want to know what actually is going to happen and how the triggering will occur. But
Man, I hope it gets here soon because this show is not nearly what I want it to be at all.
So,
I'm okay with it.
Auntie? Who feels bad for Auntie?
I feel
Anshi?
really
I
bad.
feel
I mean-
horrible for Auntie. He has a very abusive master.
Yes.
And it breaks my heart that he's got to go digging for food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she doesn't feed him, but every so often. Like,
Well, you have to figure he was designed to be a rapidly evolving life form.
he is anti-Gridman. Like,
That has got to be phenomenal levels of caloric burn
for
to
real.
constantly be changing yourself.
Also, another thing that I definitely see happening here is Anchi being the Viral to Shimon. I see that
Oh,
happening in the final
I'm
arc.
waiting for that face turn.
Oh,
For real.
I just hope it
Um,
doesn't go the Big O route.
Hey, Big O season 3 when?
Hopefully never.
Hey,
oh,
shut up.
oh,
I will
So
leave
yeah,
this podcast.
these episodes we really kind of have to digest as a whole instead of just splitting them up piece by piece.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really kind of a dense chunk of plot reveal. We
Yeah.
get, the adorable little middle schooler kaiju.
That was adorable.
Yes. We're gonna go on a date.
She kind of gives me Froppy vibes from her appearance.
Yes.
My wife literally said, "Is that Froppy?" No.
Kaiju Froppy.
But yeah, she was just so cute and so earnest, and it's like, hey, don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
This is what's going on. I love
So
the fact that we get an explanation as to why these, Phantom Kaiju are all over the city. They're the maintenance crew.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Josh, how did you watch all of Gridman, the original?
I did not.
Okay. Were there any references to sound spirits in the original Gridman?
Not that I saw.
Okay. Because that seems pretty important.
No, but I got a
does.
real rad idea for Geek.io.net Discord.
Ha. But yeah, so we get all this plot drop going on, and of course we get the next upgrade.
All right.
Jet mode.
Flyer, we're talking to you.
Oh,
Me.
Oh, that's really, it was very good deadpan
Yeah, exactly.
response.
Like I love the fact that with the exception of Max and Bor, I think that's Bor. Yeah, Bor is what they call her. Him, them. It's hard with that particular character.
I think she's a she.
Those two, Max and Bor, have the most ability to human, it looks like, whereas Samurai Caliber and I don't think they've really given him a name yet.
The handsome one.
Yeah, the handsome one just apparently do not know how to human. And we even get a slight explanation for that when Caliber says we're not complete.
So we're gonna get a Caliber upgrade where he uses all of the swords.
We actually got in the past 2 sets of episodes, we got a little bit of what happened because Hibiki gets a very brief flash of a previous fight where Gridman goes down and breaks apart.
Mm-hmm.
So there is actually going to be a final form where they do actually get junk to the point where it can handle loading all of the access codes at once, and it will be Gridman with all of the pieces stacked on at once for, your super ridiculous super moves.
Of course.
That's already
And it's
confirmed
going to be
via.
glorious.
It'll
They
probably
already
be combined.
showed completed form on
And we
concept
have
art
someone
for
showing-
promotional material.
We have someone showing Auntie some compassion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mom takes him home for a bath and some food.
Yeah.
Because he stinks.
Also, God, internet, why? Like, I understand the freaking, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Internet
The
is latching onto her so hard.
so hard, and especially certain portions of her.
Yes,
I've
basically just her thighs. Like,
I wanted to make a reference to, God, what is that? The hero is dead. There is a famous frame from that manga series that is just the main character, and the entire background is thighs, 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 and the only text bubble in the window is his entire mind was filled with thighs.
freaking Rin Tosaka didn't get this much shit with her thighs. Like,
Carrie actually found a really interesting theory about Rika, actually, but we'll see how that winds up playing out with this new plot drop.
I hope that it is not the case.
mm,
What is the theory that you found?
Basically, I saw somebody posting on Facebook that they think Rika is pregnant by Yuta, and that's why she was so pissed off that he forgot her. And they point to things like her not being able to have carbonated shit, her wearing like looser clothing and being a little bit curvier around the middle. And things like that. I don't think that's the case. Honestly,
thanks.
I think that the reason Yuta doesn't have memories is because he was dropped into this world specifically to fight what Akane is doing.
Yeah. Some other, like he is some other kind of god kind of thing.
That's like the most ridiculous character theory I've heard in a very long time.
It's pretty ridiculous, but it wasn't like a completely unfounded theory was the thing. And
That's the
interesting
kind
to
of
look
stuff that causes otaku to riot in the streets. So that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Also,
You barely got away with putting a baby in Kokoro, that waifu level. Like you're not gonna get away with putting a baby in this waifu and having the internet not riot against it.
Also, if you're listening to this and you are not a person who was assigned female at birth, I have an important thing to teach you, and that is the fact that females are designed to be a little curvier around that section to protect the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else happened? We got some other really.
There's a planet in the sky.
Yeah.
One of the most important things that happened these
The
past
digital
episodes,
world's up there.
we got subtitles for the opening and ending themes,
And
they are
real.
loaded.
I didn't even read them.
I skipped.
I missed
the
it,
opening
I
ending,
guess.
so
Yeah, they're super significant.
Gotcha.
There is context there, which I love when opening and ending themes do that. Like
I gotta go
it's
back
nice
and
to
watch
just
it.
have fun songs that sort of, are thematic to the series, but when the lyrics are literally saying things that are probably going to have significance to the way the story plays out, I love that.
What
interesting.
else did we had a sit down dinner.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Alexis.
Where he just fucking shows up in a
Yeah.
restaurant, and because of the weird perception filter that the aliens have going on, the restaurant owner just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
and
just brings in napkins when he asks.
and the restaurant they go to. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's the girls' restaurant, the girls' dad's restaurant.
Yeah, we get to see a little bit of just how crazy Akane is.
Yep.
She specifically killed that specific girl because she crushed the hot dog thing that she was trying to give Hibiki.
Yep, which we saw that already, I think.
Yeah, but the fact that he gets verbal confirmation from her about it.
Yeah. And she is perfectly okay with it.
Yeah, she is
doesn't
absolutely a
see anything wrong with
sociopath.
it.
Like 100% a sociopath. If she is human, she is 100% a sociopath. Like,
She has a similar thing to what Haruhi has in her height of bitchiness during the series, The Melancholy of Suzumiya Haruhi. She's kind of sociopathic and only wants the things that she wants to have happen. But then she, has people like Kyon to help deal with that. But still, either case, I did some digging. The little girl kaiju, is a direct reference to Gridman, the hyper agent.
nice.
And she does mention that, like, she/her progenitor owe Gridman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a mysterious girl who proclaims herself to be the successor of Anocilius. I don't know who Anocilius is.
Probably one of the kaiju from Hyper Agent.
Yeah.
But we also get to see the real dark side to Alexis.
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
a dickbag?
Like we know he's the bad,
Even to Akane, like he's shit to everybody.
but like we get to see just how bad he is because he's been kind of a comical bad so far in the series.
Yeah.
Like he's just there. His name is Alexis, which
Yeah.
they're clearly poking some fun there.
Yeah,
100.
which it
But-
feels like he's just like the one creating the villain of the week, right? Like he's like,
Yeah, literally all he's been doing so far is finstering the monsters.
Yes. Nice.
And it's like, okay, so he's got a cool design, but then we get that scene with Auntie when Akane tells him to punish Auntie. And they managed to take the exact same design that he's had the entire series and make it look terrifyingly sinister.
Yes.
And it is amazing.
So
Yeah,
really,
it
Auntie,
was chilling.
I think at best he's going to lose an eye. At worst,
Completely blind.
completely blind. Yeah.
I would imagine. So knowing Trigger, I would bank on going fully blind and then going to the one person who has showed him any kind of care. Like his muscle memory will put him into Rika's shop strictly because that is the only place that he has felt cared for. Now that
Right.
he can't see, now that he can't, rely on that.
I feel like they might leave one eye because they still expect him to be able to fight.
Yeah, possibly. I would imagine my guess is that even though he is made to be the anti-Gridman, he will be the catalyst for the ultimate Gridman, basically.
Does he now? If he does a face turn, he's got a death flag in him, right?
He still has a death flag in him.
Every character has a death flag already.
Man, this is a trigger, dude. Every single character has death flags everywhere. Like, I am honestly still surprised that Best Friend is still alive.
Which he lost some points that episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy. Not believing that.
The power of the boner was too strong there.
Too strong, my
Which
dude.
is literally
Too
what I
strong.
said to Rachel as we're watching this. Like,
Yeah, the fact that he actively denied knowing about Akane liking kaiju, like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, no, dude, not cool.
Hey, he still got bro points for not outing him.
yeah, but still, not many. Like, he's still too far gone. Like, there's a lot of negative bro points. To this one, yes, he kept his best friend from dying, even though Akane clearly already knows.
This hoe ain't loyal.
Yeah. All right. So we should move to the 7 deadly sins.
It is. I have to be at work tomorrow very earlier than usual, so I will have to drop off now. But
Find the one person I could enjoy this freaking.
I know. I'm sorry. We
God
should talk about
damn.
7 deadly sins earlier,
Awesome.
maybe.
Get off of my show.
I'm sorry. Night, guys.
The
Nice.
one show. The one show.
And now Raul has to fix the stream again.
If you want to wait for a second, I'll leave.
Yeah,
And
leave,
if
Justin.
you want-
Leave. Get out of here. I want to kick him, but I can't.
Oh,
Uh,
good times. Good times.
That's a word. So, 7 deadly sins.
give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you can fix a stream. I'm going to talk 7 deadly sins.
Right.
You're the producer. We're the host. This is what we do. You do what you do. Man, power levels are bullshit.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah.
So irritating. Like, I get that shonen gonna shonen, but it feels like bad storytelling when they have epic entrances of new characters coming in, and you can tell how strong they are just by the way the dialogue and the way their entrance is portrayed, and then you just have to kick the dead horse with power levels.
Yeah,
I still love the show. I just hate the power levels.
I understand. I just don't understand as much. I don't get as angry as you guys are about this whole thing. Like,
well, because
I get it.
They didn't need it in the first place. They made it an entire season without the power levels, and it was a great season. And then they introduce it after, the break into season 2, and it's like it kind of feels like it cheapens it, and especially because it still doesn't need it. Like when Galland makes his big entrance, we didn't need to hear about his 26,000 power level. All we needed was, 72. I used to be able to do that in 70 steps.
For me, a lot of it too is the fact that they can only go a few minutes without mentioning it.
Yeah, that does get better. Right now they are trying to Toriyama this up. and eventually they Toriyama it, which meaning they don't completely die. They don't completely get rid of it. It just becomes less of a thing. Like, it does give you a graphical point that people can latch onto, because I mean, numbers nerds are going to numbers nerd, like, and it helps the numbers nerds to get that data. And like, eventually it just gets to a point where they reference it, you see it once, and then that is all. Like, in the last several the last several chapters of the manga, like, a power level has gotten referenced once, and then that was it. Like, also, I will drink as well. So yeah, I don't know. I am definitely not nearly as hung up on this as you guys are. Oh my God, I almost just did a horrible thing. Hawk does get a lot better with that whole thing, though. Like, he becomes less
That's annoying with it.
This is still new. Like, he is a child. Like, in every sense of the form of him being his clan, everything. He is a child. So this is a child who got a new toy. So he always has to play with it. Eventually, this toy will get discarded.
I think for me also, it's the fact that they brought it in at the second season. Like, if they had started it earlier on, I would have been more okay with it, because whatever, it's an established part of the series. It's annoying, but whatever.
I think
but
it
the
might
fact
be
that
to give Hawk lines.
Yeah, the fact is that the storytelling in the first season was so fucking solid without it, and then suddenly it's everywhere.
Yeah, and I feel you, but it goes back to the whole Toriyama thing with Dragon Ball not having a single power level in it at all, and then Dragon Ball Z comes around, everybody has fucking scouters. It's 100% that. Like, we are sans a time jump between season 1 and season 2 of being 100% Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z jump.
Well, at least in Dragon Ball Z, power levels was only for what, one arc, the Namek arc.
Yeah, but they were a big deal during the Saiyan and Namek arcs.
Yeah, the Saiyans from the beginning all the way to the end of the Namek saga. That was like
pretty much when Vegeta got the ability to gauge power levels was the time that they stopped actually calling out numbers. But that was a long time in Japan. Like,
yeah.
Eric, like, this was a good, like, we got it quick and like done with. It took forever for that over there. And again, it was like it jumped from having nothing in Dragon Ball to jumping up to Z, where everything is revolved around numbers for the longest time.
But yeah, either way, complaints about the power level thing aside, still a good couple episodes.
Oh yeah. You did get an introduction to the actual 10 Commandments, which was nice. You did get Shin Justiful, which is fun. I like it when they release their treasures. It's great. Just shows how shonen bullshit this is, including King unnecessarily screaming.
Hey man, that was a scream of exertion.
It really was.
And freaking King being the King of the Fairies again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Accepted.
King Harlequin is back. Long live the king. Bond. God, thank you.
Don't fuck with Bond.
Yeah, dude. No, you're fine to fuck with Bond.
Specifically, don't fuck
with Elaine.
Yeah. You can fuck with Bond all you want. You even reference messing with Elaine, and he will show you why he is. I mean, his power level may be lower than most of the other force, but he is literally an unstoppable force. Like,
he actually steals life, doesn't he?
No, he steals power. He steals energy, basically.
They haven't even shown what his weapon is yet.
Yeah, it's the 3-section staff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just hasn't unlocked it yet because plot reasons haven't happened yet.
He hasn't gotten his Bankai.
Exactly. Like, yeah, we nice.
I to be honest, I didn't even mean to do that.
Well, wouldn't that be a Bankai Den?
Thank you, Josh.
Drink. You know what? Fuck it.
I have that on a hair trigger now.
Yeah, so yeah, we've seen his treasure. We just have not seen the unleashed version of it. We also saw Merlin's treasure. We've seen Gother's treasure. We've seen everybody's treasure at this.
Gother had it from the beginning because it's just
his two bows.
I'm really glad, by the way, that Bon has the 3-section staff, because that is a weapon type that doesn't get nearly enough love in anime.
Right.
It is such a cool weapon when it's done properly. And the last time I can remember seeing one is frickin' Show of the Stone in Samurai Troopers / Ronin Warriors.
Yes.
And I love that it's Bon of all people, because if these characters were just cardboard cutouts, you would not expect Bon to have a weapon that requires that much finesse.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, but he does, and that's fantastic.
That's the thing I love about the show is none of these characters are carbon cutouts except for maybe Meliodas, but that's just currently his current state of being. That gets better too.
The only one that's really kind of cut and dry is Diane, because giant hammer. Okay, that makes sense.
Meliodas has the hero sword like he should. I mean, that's the shonen bullshit in there.
I mean, it's more of a demon sword, but okay.
And he's the hero. I just literally about to say
he's the lesser of two evils.
Literally, that's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, and
go ahead.
But yeah, and again, like with the hero sword too, like it's an ability that is really only useful if you're Meliodas and have full counter.
Yeah, like nobody else could handle that. Not just strictly because of the power cut, because his power is bullshit.
It's only bullshit if you're bullshit.
Yes, but thus making it bullshit. I am an unabashed love of all things shonen bullshit. Like me saying that it's bullshit is actually a.
I'm waiting for the fact when he connects it to the actual hilt that it's supposed to have, because clearly those designs go together.
Yep, they do, and it is spectacular. And I haven't even seen it animated yet. Like I'm purposely keeping myself to the episodes that we're watching, even though like Justin, I'm caught up on the manga right now. Drink. So like I know what's happening. It's just a matter of like getting there, but I'm fucking loving this ride. The animation in this is so great. I love the voice actors, like it is so well put together, like, and to a point where I never expected it to be like that. I was not expecting when I first started watching Seven Deadly Sins, because Kira at our D&D table was like, CJ, I know you love shonen anime. You should watch this because you like Bleach. I'm like, sure, whatever.
And then we have Gother to the rescue.
Yep, maniacal, horrible Gother.
Yeah, it turns out the super boss for the moment doesn't actually wipe the party. They got tricked into doing it.
Yep.
They got tricked into thinking they did it. He basically pulled a Countess and Ryu in on you.
Yep.
You didn't kill us. You just thought you killed us.
Weiss bullshit.
And then Merlin becoming a sphere.
Yes, Merlin is now a sphere. She
wasn't enough of a sphere already.
She is the roundest of girls.
And then we get the other holy knights.
Oh yeah, remember those guys? They're important.
Yeah, they take down a red demon, and then Hendrickson comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
an arm. He came out of an arm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to know, CJ, if you know this. Was Hendrickson's surprise we were brainwashed the entire time? Was that a retcon, or do you think that was planned from the beginning?
I have a feeling it was a retcon. I have a feeling that Hendrickson was really supposed to die at the end of the Demon Resurrection arc, and the fans were like, "No, we want our husbando," and the mangaka's like, "Fine." He came out of an arm and he was brainwashed the whole time. That's honestly what I feel that was happening because he was definitely dead. Like he was 100%
obliterated.
Like there is no good reason for him to be back other than fan backlash. Like,
I am glad that those three are good guys now.
yes,
because I really enjoyed them.
Hey, Hauser was always a good guy.
Yes, Hauser was never a bad guy. Gil Thunder was only a bad guy for an episode and a half. And Barry
Griamore was pretty much always good boy.
Griamore was always a good boy because he was always with Margaret, not Margaret, the other sister.
Vivian.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're protagonists now.
Yes.
And not being pitted against the heroes.
Yes.
Which we don't see much in episode 7 until the end.
Oh, them?
Yeah,
or,
the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, no, yeah. And episode 7 is pretty much dedicated solely to retcon backstory bullshit. And revealing the fact that, hey, remember that Gil Thunder and Hauser and Griamore are actually forces to be reckoned with. And then there's plot bullshit. Thanks, Hendrickson. Fucking dick. He doesn't get better.
I'm not surprised.
And then we get the whole thing where, fuck power levels, where they try and say, okay, we're going to have to all do a training montage. And
training arc.
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, we are always going to get to the training arc. It's just a matter of you guys are hung up on numbers in there. Like we know, like after they got their ass handed to them by
just one of the commandments.
Yeah, exactly. You knew we were going to get a training arc, regardless if there are numbers attached to it or not.
Yeah.
Like,
which is just what bothers us about the numbers is the fact that they're so superfluous at that point.
I'm just wondering.
But anyways,
if they're I didn't even check how many episodes is in this season. Is it 13 or 26?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Hold
on. Another thing that happened in this pair of episodes. Gother, you son of a bitch, stop fucking with Diane's head.
Yeah. So I love Gother. I unabashedly love Gother.
Oh yeah, Gother's a fantastic character.
I am going to simply state it at that because he is much more than what you are seeing right now.
I'm aware of that, but like as soon as Diane wakes up from her power nap and is like, huh, who are you? It's like, oh, she got, knocked in the head real hard by her own hammer. No wonder she's, oh no, wait a second. Gother was fucking with her head in the preceding episodes. It's probably that.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's I love Gother as a character. I understand that he is going to make questionable decisions because of what we've seen of his background so far, even.
Yes.
I still love the character and disapprove of his choices at the same time.
24 episodes in the season, by the way.
Yes. I just saw it right now. 24 episodes.
And that's an important thing for people to realize. Like,
waiting until that late in the season? Holy shit.
Just because you like a character does not mean that you have to agree with everything they say or do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait for, and just like you guys with freaking Shokugeki and stuff like that, I cannot wait to get to the point where like the reason why my unabashed love for Gother comes out. Also, you guys got the first name drop of the seventh sin, the lion sin of pride, Escanor.
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
You know what?
Fucking love him. He's so fucking cool. I can't wait.
I've loved the little snippets we've seen of him in the opening with his gigantic fucking halberd.
Yep.
Which is one of my other favorite weapons that doesn't get enough love in anime.
Oh, God,
whatchamacallit? I was just thinking maybe a death battle between 7 Deadly Sins and the homunculus, but I think the 7 Deadly Sins are more powerful.
Oh, 100%, yeah. The only one who would be able to hold a candle would be Father, and then he would try and do something magic, and Meliodas is literally his entire point is to counter magic.
Well, no, Father's not one of the homunculus.
He is a homunculi, though.
He is an homunculus, but he's not one
so,
of the
I mean, if you're going to say the homunculi, you might as well throw Father in there because reasons. So yeah, you got a little drop of him, and I'm so excited I cannot wait for you guys to meet Escanor. He is just the best. He is the bestest of boys. Like him and Bond like struggle for my favorite sin. Like, and it's hard for me to say that, but he just comes in and like dynamic entries through the door. You just fucking love him from scene one, and I can't fucking wait.
Excellent. That makes me look forward to it. The fact that you have a hard time picking between him and Bond, because Bond is still front runner in my book.
Oh yeah, and like he's the one who full out like he basically not basically he pretty much just says power levels are bullshit and shows you why. Like,
good.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Something from these episodes that definitely has me thinking and wanting to see, where the story goes going forward, is their phrasing when Galland was talking about his commandment has me curious.
Oh?
Well, when he mentions that anyone who tells a lie around him, it doesn't matter who you are, will be turned to stone.
Yes.
And now I'm wondering, is part of beating the commandments going to be turning the commandments against themselves? What happens if someone tricks Galland into saying something that's not the truth? Will he turn to stone himself? Will he lose his power? Will he just explode?
It's the robot. It's the robot.
The logic paradox.
Yeah, logic bomb. It's just that.
I'm looking forward to seeing if that's the case.
It is fun seeing. Like, I love how this show uses that, and like. It is really, really cool how this show puts and how this entire series puts that and uses that whole thing of like, yeah, my powers are divine regardless of which side of this coin they came from. And like these powers actually have a reason behind them. He is not just the commandment of truth for no reason. Like there's a reason why these guys have their powers, and I love it.
And it's definitely going to be interesting to see, how that entails for the other commandments, because some of them aren't exactly so cut and dry.
Yeah, like honor thy father and thy mother. How is that going to turn into a commandment power? I want to see that.
I mean, yeah, like they said the commandment name, like which commandment they were when they did the quick little flash introduction of them. Like Zeldoris being piety and stuff like that. Like they did a very quick boom of them all.
Yeah, that was the problem with it. Was a rapid fire, and it's like I didn't feel like pausing to read each one because I wanted to watch the episode.
Yes, and that's the one. And like you guys have said on the like with other shows, like that's the benefit of reading a manga. It's like, okay, so this person is this person is that person is this. Like you have the opportunity to just stop, collaborate, and listen. And then move on. Oh my God, I love this show so much. It's just so good.
Yeah. Speaking of non-listed stuff that's good to round out the end of the show,
JoJo. Also, God damn it, Justin, I want to talk JoJo.
haven't been watching JoJo. As we mentioned
Justin.
previously. Carrie and I have been watching the Skull-Faced Bookseller, Honda-san, which is absolutely adorable short form. It's 2 5-ish minute episodes in an 11-minute episode. And it's super cute, based on real life experiences of a real life bookseller in Japan. And it's fun. It's just good, honest, clean, adorable fun. And we recently decided to pick up one we had been meaning to from the season, Hinamaru Sumo, which is a sports anime about sumo. And it's legit really freaking good.
Nice.
It really is. The music is jammin'. There is a significant amount of love and respect and care put into the subject matter while retaining just enough shonen bullshit.
Fantastic.
You become friends with somebody by beating them in a sumo match.
Of course. Yeah, I will probably watch that eventually. Because I love dumb sports anime.
And the thing is, it's just enough sports anime. It doesn't go super ridiculous. Like, as I was telling Carrie, I saw a clip of a basketball sports anime not too long ago,
Yes.
Conqueror.
where
Yeah.
this guy does this fucking ridiculous Gurren Lagann worthy drill pass,
Yep.
and it's like, physics where?
Yep.
The
Because
fuck
anime.
is this bullshit?
Anime, that's what it is.
But Hinamaru Sumo, they'll have like, named attacks and things like that, but it doesn't go like super physics breaking. It just gives you like really cool splash art around that particular attack, or when somebody is being portrayed as particularly intimidating, they'll like overshadow with a larger version of themselves or some kind of mythical monster. But that is so far as sports bullshit as it gets for anime.
Gotcha.
And I like that because sumo is so tradition and ritual based.
Yeah.
And they actually pay very close attention to that and are very respectful of it because, go figure, it's Japan.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to the final season of Fairy Tail, by the way, while we're talking about this. Speaking of manga that I've read all the way through, final season of Fairy Tail is airing right now, and like there is something to be said when a person who has read the entire series has eaten, like absorbed so much of everything about it, and the show can still bring me to tears by hearing the emotion in the actors' voices and things like that. Like both in English and in Japanese. Like there are certain parts of it where this emotion comes through and you feel so much for them. And then like the music kicks up, and that's the one thing about Fairy Tail that's always fantastic is you always have great music kicks. And like it is amazing how good of a job that they're doing. And it is obvious that they are putting a lot of effort and care into this final season of this. I'm not going to do Dragon Ball Super in on it, but it's real damn good.
Excellent.
All right. That is about time that we are going to wrap this show up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeehaw.
As a note, remember that you can still donate to Extra Life. It will count for us on this current
Cycle.
year until December 31st at geek-io.net/extra life. But if you want to support us directly, you can do that by going over to patreon.com/geekio. And look at all the cool stuff that we have over there. And pledge $1 or more, you get an awesome ad-free experience on the master feed. If you want to email the show, you can do so by going over to by sending an email at show@geek-io.net. All of our social medias are /geekio show. If you want to give us a call and leave us a voicemail, 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. If you want to hang out with us, we are in the Discord a lot when we are not on the air. But head over to geek-io.net/Discord to talk with us about most anything. All right.
Most anything at all.
Yes. Most nearly anything. Okay. As is appropriate, we have had some show titles put into showbot.tv/geekio show. And now is the time that we are going to have Carrie read some of them. And some of them means all of them.
Yeah, I'm not just going to pick and choose. So we have Raoul's Raouling Me, Wee Baby CJ, Shit Posting IRL. No, you have to, harder. Shizu Hits the Fan, Great Sass, Hickey Barrow, Plot Dragon, Out Carrying Carrie. Hey, I think that's my first actual show title candidate. Kaiju Froppy, Bankai Den, He Came Out of an Arm, and Retcon Backstory Bullshit.
Looks like we have a pretty clear.
Bankai Den is really great.
Yes. Boop. And I will give my Out Carrying Carrie a vote. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Until next time, take care of each other. We are only on this world once. Just love each other. Seriously, there's too much negative going around us to contribute to that. Give your friend a hug just randomly, or as long as they want hugs, of course. Just be nice to them because we love you, and we will see you next time. Bye.
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 Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geek Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Man, some weird RPG stuff is going on in the Punishment channel in Discord, and I'm not exactly sure what is happening right now.
Yeah, I can't tell if they're trying to be like meta and funny or if Lum actually thinks she's typing in the RPG channel.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
I don't know, and I'm very confused.
So speaking of RPG, I definitely had my Tilly reads fucking years worth of policies moment at work today. Well, because so for my position that I'm currently in / training for,
we're still live. Do you want me to bring us down?
I'm fine. I'm being general. If CJ wants us down, we can go down, but I don't care.
No, we're good. Hey, post show, everything is content.
But thank you for checking, Raul. I appreciate it. So my new job is internet tech support. And as part of that, we do 3 weeks of classroom training and 2 weeks of on-the-job training where we are babysat before being unleashed into the world on our own. So I'm in week 2 of classroom training right now. And as part of that, we have these little e-learning modules that we have to go onto our company-provided computers and do on our own and take tests on, and we have to pass them in order to prove that we're not complete idiots.
Spoiler alert, Carrie's going to succeed.
For real.
There were so many of them that were policy oriented, and it wasn't just you have to acknowledge like here's the policy. It was no, here's a link to the multi-page actual policy written in full legalese. Open the PDF and read it before you are allowed to continue.
Fun.
And I mean, it was all common sense stuff like don't sexually harass your coworkers. Don't harass your coworkers based on their gender identity or expression. Don't harass them based on their ethnicity. Don't be a dick, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a dick. I mean,
but it was a lot of that. Like it was pretty much several slides in a row of, and also in our policy is this. Click here to read about it. No, you fucking have to.
they have to cover themselves very well.
Yeah, I do like that they include gender identity and expression as part of their protected by policy people, because not a lot of companies do that.
Is it state law in Florida or?
It is not.
Okay, they're voluntarily doing that.
Yeah, at the state level, there are no LGBT protections to my knowledge, but
Florida's a right to work state,
and they're not gonna be anytime soon.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I know some municipalities have some. St. Pete actually just got a score of 100 on the Human Rights Campaign's index of like how cities treat LGBT people.
Go figure, St. Pete.
Yeah. So yay, St. Pete by not being dicks to people. But yeah, the Discord RPG is real fun, you guys.
It's a bizarre thing that I'm not. I love it. It just went weird places, and I absolutely fucking love it. I just gotten to the point where I'm like, yep, I had things, and just put the kids into the sandbox and let them play now. Like,
wait, did Shira just drop today?
A couple days ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm glad you guys are really enjoying it. Like,
So
It-
it's more policy than the tech stuff, right? That's what I'm getting, right, Carrie?
Well, that's what my current training modules were about. We're like, hey, we want you to do these specific modules, and this one is about not being a dick, and this one is about corporate ethics. But there's other stuff too. Like the nice thing is that it kind of like guides you through everything. Like there is actually a little tool that you go through, and it guides you through the troubleshooting steps that you're supposed to take in what order they want you to take them, because they want every customer who calls in to have the same troubleshooting experience. Like they don't want them to call me and my first question is, did you turn it off and back on again? And then the next time the same exact thing happens, they call my cube neighbor and their first response is to immediately go into the command prompt.
Yeah.
Like they have specific things that they want you to check in specific orders, and if it tells you to do like an IP config refresh and renew, it'll have a link to like, here's how you walk somebody through how to do that.
Yeah, I found out last week that you kind of have to use the release and then renew if you're switching VLANs.
Yes.
Because if you just renew, it's trying to grab it using that VLAN that it already has. So you actually have to tell it to drop and then come back and then grab a new IP from the DHCP server. Or you can just disable the network card. But yeah, like whenever I have to like restart a system, like for a network issue, it's just disable and re-enable the network adapter. It's doing the exact same thing without having to reboot the entire machine.
But yeah, this is an entry level job, so there's like they don't want you to deviate from.
Yeah. Do the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically it's an outline. There's not like I'm not sitting there reading a screen. Now on the back of your modem there is a cord. Like it's not to that, but there will be a little thing that pop up like, is the signal within range? Yes. Is this happening? Yes.
I'm guessing he was talking about the Discord. Coop's like, this is your circus, CJ. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, both of them are.
Yeah. All right. Talking about circus, I think this circus is just about rounded up.
Yeah, because it is now the next day and the only time zone that matters. We will see you guys Thursday. Nope. We will see you guys
Monday
soon. TM.
All right. TM.
Alt 0153.
Yeah, we have to send that nickel to Blizzard. All right.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye bye.